Everybody, it's Miss Rachel here. We're gonna do a cooking video today. So, what you'll need is your hot dogs, pasta, and the sauce that you were sent home with. And in addition, you'll need a little bit of salt, some oil, 2 pots. I have they're both about medium size, but this one's a little bit bigger. And then you are going to need some sort of knife. You can use like a butter knife or a small sharp knife. Either will work. So this recipe is pretty simple. We don't really have a name for it, but what my sister calls it is octopus spaghetti. So that's what we're gonna make. So first, you take your hot dogs and open them up. You can use as many hot dogs as you want. You're given 8. I'm only going to use 6. But you can use all 8, you can use 4, you can use 7, use as many as your heart desires. Oh, and I have a plate. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut each hot dog into, I think, about 8 pieces. So let's see. So just like about this big. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, the hot dog cut into about 8 different pieces, so you want to do that with all the ones that you have. And be very careful if you are using a sharper knife. Hot dogs are very easy to cut through, so a sharp knife is not necessary. But if you so desire to use one, just be careful. Just keep going. So while you're cutting and being careful, think about what your favorite activity of camp has been so far. For me, worship was really fun. I liked hearing the songs and singing along with Miss Rebecca. It was a lot of fun. So what's your favorite part of camp? Tell me, either in the comments or on Flipgrid. Alright, 2 left. Did you know that hot dogs, at least most of them, are not raw when they come out of the package? You know, we always cook hot dogs and they come in this weird sort of liquid, but hot dogs are actually fully cooked out of the packages. So you could eat one right now and you would not get sick. I wouldn't recommend it because I don't think they taste very good, but you could. So that's a fun fact for you. Last one. Alright, so after you got all your hot dogs in these little nugget pieces, you're gonna, well, first wipe your hands because my hands are wet, and then you're gonna take your spaghetti. So you won't need the whole box, so you can save it for later, but you will need about a small handful, so maybe this much. And this is the fun part. I'm going to do it over this pot. And we're going to break our spaghetti in half. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to be significantly smaller. So you got big pieces, or smaller pieces. Wow. So then what you're going to do is that I'm going to put them out on the plate. And so for each hot dog little thing you have, you're going to stick a piece of spaghetti through, like that. I'm going to do 4 pieces of spaghetti, so it kind of looks like it has 8 legs, just like an octopus. Or, if you ask Miss Charlotte, she would say, like a spider. So once you're finished with them, you're going to put them in your bigger sauce pot. And so you're going to do that with all your hot dog pieces. And I'll show you when I'm done. Alright, so we have now transitioned to my kitchen area. So this is my stove and countertop. And so this is what my finished product looks like. See, so they're like little octopi, and there's a lot of them. And I accidentally overestimated how much spaghetti I need. So I put the rest in a sandwich bag, and you can use it for anything. You can go back and add it to your hot dogs. You can just have some spaghetti later. But don't throw it away, because this is still good spaghetti. So, what we're going to do now is that we're going to take our pot of hot dogs and spaghetti and put it and fill it up with water. And then once it's completely filled up with water, we're going to put it on the stove and then set the stove temperature to high and let it boil. And I'll show you a trick once I have it out of the sink. Alright, so our pot has been filled to the top with water. Everything is mostly submerged. Once the noodles start getting soft, everything will go back down, so it doesn't need to be filled all the way, but mostly to the top. I'm going to put that on the stove, and then what I'm going to do is that we still have a lot of pasta left in this box. So I'm going to take 2 long noodles, if I can get them, and then I'm going to put them in the pot. That way, so you can see when the noodles are done without fishing around for hot dogs. So I'm going to turn my stove on high, and we're just going to let that cook. If you want, you can add a little bit of salt to the water or some oil, but the hot dogs are already really salty, so I didn't add any more. So next we're going to start working on the sauce. It's pretty simple. You can do this in the stove or the microwave, but I am going to do both just to show you. So first, please get an adult or someone older to get our can opener. I have an electric one. You can also use a hand crank one, but please get some help because the can lids are sharp. Now we got our can open, and so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to pour it, sorry, that you cannot see. Alright, so I have a microwave bowl in front of me and a pot. So while our pasta's cooking, I'm going to pour some in here. You don't have to do both. I just want to show you guys both ways to do this. And some in here. I'm just going to use the whole can, but if you're only making some for yourself, do not feel bad about saving some. You can use half a can and put half in the freezer for later. Do not waste food. So for the one we're putting in the microwave, we're going to take and put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. Actually, if you have a microwave cover, be sure to put that on too because it will splash. Put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. Let that go. And then for our sauce, we can just put on, the ones for the stove, we can just put on the stove and turn that on to about 6. Our stove goes from low to high, which is 1 to 9. So 6 is towards the high side, but not really. But medium works too. And then you're just going to let that start to bubble. And so when that starts to bubble, I'll show you what to do next. While everything's going, I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up. The pasta sauce is in the microwave for a little bit longer. The one is boiling, and the pasta's boiling. So I'm going to put my spaghetti away. So clean up with me. And I'm going to put the other bag away. And then I have to do the dishes. It's only 2, but doing it now saves you from having to do it later. So while we're cleaning up, what is your favorite chore to do around the house? I know most people think I'm crazy, but I actually love doing the dishes. I would do the dishes for the rest of my life if that means I never had to do another load of laundry at the end. Ever again. I think laundry is super boring. I don't like folding clothes, and I don't like putting them away. I just want clean clothes. However, I know that's not the way it works, so I have to do laundry, but, Alright, leave that going for a second, but yeah, I'll do dishes for the rest of my life. If anyone wants to come do my laundry, I'll do your dishes for you. So yeah, tell me your favorite chore. So, let's go check on the pasta sauce, now that we're done cleaning. I have to warn you, everything is extremely hot. So our one on the stove is starting to boil, as you can see, and the one in our microwave is actually boiling too, which shows you how hot microwaves can get. So ask an adult to do this for you. If you don't think you can, please do not try on your own, because it is extremely hot. But I'm going to take a napkin and take the one in the microwave out. So for our sauce, you can stop here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a spoon, and I'm going to first mix it up a little bit. The sauce already came pre-seasoned, so you don't need to add anything extra, but I like my food spicy. So what I am going to add are some red pepper flakes, some white pepper, and a little tiny bit of black pepper. It just adds a little bit of kick that I like to my food. It's not for everyone, and that is okay. But after we do this and mix it all together, our sauce is done. And then I'm going to do the same to that batch, but no red pepper flakes because why not? So yeah, have some fun with it. Do whatever you'd like. So yeah. Okay, so this one is coming to a full boil. I forgot to mention that before. Once it starts boiling fully, you mix it up. That's probably good because you just want it warm through since everything's already fully cooked. So we can turn that stove off and bring it out. I'm actually just going to add red pepper flakes this time after I spill it all over the floor. The other one tastes alright, but I think black pepper and white pepper both make it a little too much. So just red pepper flakes, they're flavorless but spicy. That will be good for me. So then again, just have some fun with it. So yeah, now our sauce is done. All we have to do is wait for our spaghetti to cook. Since we started from cold water, it's probably going to take, it's already been about 5 minutes. So it can take probably about 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes, I'll check in with you guys. Alright, when your pasta looks like this, it's boiling, and if you take one up, it looks like it's all floppy, and it looks done. It's done. Now, please call an adult to come do this part. We need to strain the pasta and put it just back in the pot. But do not do this yourselves. Call an adult. Call a much older sibling. It is very hot and very, very dangerous. So, I'll see you when we get back. Right, now we got our octopus hot dogs. They look like this. And mine are cool enough to touch, so please don't stick your hand in hot spaghetti. Our sauce. And then what you'll need is a bowl and a fork. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna start with as many hot dog pieces as you want. I only want about 7, 10, not many. So, and I can always save the rest for later. So this is what I have. And then you can take some sauce and put it on top. Just like you would eat spaghetti and meatballs, let's say. And then so we have that. And then finally, put whatever you want on top. Most people do cheese. I'm allergic to milk, so I can't put cheese, but I will put some more red pepper flakes. And then that is it. That is our meal of octopus spaghetti. So, try it. Let me know what you think. It's pretty good. All right. Happy cooking, everybody.